time to start the body work on the VR4. Oh, what's this? Look at Hamilton in his pool. Oh, he's got the itch. Look, he's just chilling. If you have a pig, guys, you need to give them a pool so they can just roll around it. Okay, guys, here's what's happening. I did a little bit of stuff off camera already just to kind of test things out. So over here, there are some unevenness. So what I did was just sand it down. But when you're sanding on plastic, sometimes it's not all the way even. It just keeps peeling the plastic back versus like where the paint is. So I put a layer of self-etching primer. This is what I got from Home Depot. And this stuff's really good. I like it because it's kind of thick and it dries very quickly. And so unlike the white primer, that's labeled automotive primer, once you spray the white primer on there, you kind of have to wait longer. This literally dries in like 10 minutes or so. So what I did was I sprayed it on the areas where I sanded, and then I sanded it again so it becomes a lot smoother. Here you can still feel a little bit of a difference in between the paint and the plastic. So I'll have to go and redo that, and I'll probably lay some more primer on there and then respray it. You know, these little divots and stuff like that, I'm sanding out. And then over here, this stuff, you can feel a difference between the paint and non-paint. That will show up in the wrap, so I'm going to sand that. Up here, I'm going to redo this. And then on the whole side, I have kind of marked where my little dimples are. So I sanded down the dimple spots, like right there, right there. It kind of hurts because other than the dimples, the paint on the side is really good. So I'm essentially ruining my own paint, but who cares? I'm a rapper. This will never ever be stock color. So I marked out where the dents are, kind of. And then I'm gonna glaze this with a light coat of Bondo, and then I'm gonna sand it smooth by hand. Probably not with the sander, because that thing moves really quickly, and it takes off more Bondo than you actually want. You kind of want to do sanding by hand when it's like just slight dimples and stuff like that, like this. Okay, so we're gonna do some close-ups, and then we'll put you on the time lapse, and I'll start. Michelle likes to collect animals, just like I'd like to collect cars. We got 2 new ducks. They're chilling in their little pool. What's their names, honey?
Freya and Lagatha.
Freya and Lagatha. Which one's which one?
Freya is the one, well, you can't really tell right now because she's wet. She's got the polka dots. This is Lagatha. It's Freya. They're Swedish blue.
Norwegian.
Or Norwegian. No, they're Swedish blue.
Viking's name, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that. Ducks in water. They love it. Okay guys, here is the preliminary results for the sanding that I did. So here, as you can recall last time, there was like a weird, just where the paint and the bumper was. When I sanded off the paint, you can see like a little, you know, the difference between the two surfaces. So I've sanded this down and I've put a primer layer on it and it feels super smooth. And then over here, I put some more Bondo on this part and then I sanded it. So now it's all kind of even. There was originally like a slight crack on the Bondo and that's pretty much gone away now. I don't feel a difference with my finger, and that's when you know it's good enough for you to wrap, is if you can just touch the surface and you don't feel a difference between one surface and another. If you can physically touch it and feel it, like right here, I still feel a little bit between this black and this primer. You can still feel like a little ridge, and that's gonna show through on the wrap, especially chrome wraps. So you want to make that as perfect as you can. On this part, I don't feel it so much, so I'm hitting it with like 400 grit sandpaper, and then you don't need to go like higher grit than 400 or 800. As long as it feels good, you can do it. So that's, I'm gonna finish that part off camera. But over here, this door with, you remember the little dings on it, I have filled in the Bondo for the dings, and then I sanded down the Bondo as smooth as I can. Do I know if this is good enough? Hard to say with just your finger. That's why you have this piece. This is the leftover black chrome that I had from before. So basically you just put it on there and then you can see if there's a difference in the surface. And if there is, then you haven't done it good enough, you gotta redo it. Here you're looking at test pieces. So I got the test pieces on. You can see the black chrome there. It looks pretty good. You can see a slight bit of a ripple right there. So see this outline right here? That is the Bondo spot. So that means I have to either primer it and then sand it to make it even, or sand it down even more. Probably the primer would actually do the trick because it will blend this stuff a lot easier when you sand the primer. Down here, same thing. This spot, it's almost there, but you can still slightly see it where it's kind of like uneven. So that's how you want to know, that's how you want to do your wrap prep, is you want to see if it's good enough. So up here, this is actually good enough because you remember there's a spot right here that had a line or a big patch of Bondo, and you can't really see the outline of the Bondo at all. So that's good right there. And then this spot also, you don't see anything. So fantastic. I just need to work on these two. Over here on this one, I'm using a different piece, but it's the same thing. As long as it's gloss, you can see it. Right there, you can see that Bondo outline. Gotta do that again. Here, this is the whole front end. This thing, you can see a slight deviation right there. You got to do that again. Here you can see the difference right there. So you see that? Okay, so that's going to really show up. I have to redo that, as well as a little bit right here. Yeah, kind of hard to see on camera, but it's there. This front part's not too bad. I just need to do a little more. You can see a little bit of a divot here. I'm gonna sand all this again. And then right there, you can see a difference. But the symbol, it's better. But the outline is still there. So let me see, I'm a little sniffly because of allergies. But there, see that? Okay, so you can still see the outline, and that's kind of annoying to me. I'm gonna go back, do some more sanding, and then do some more in the back there because there's some dimples, and then it'll be ready to go pretty much on this side. I'll have to flip the car around and check out the other side, but I don't remember the other side having that many issues when I looked at the wrap. So it's mostly on here. I'm going to show you guys the wrap color now, so we'll do that and close this out. All right, guys, this is the new color for the car. If you haven't already guessed it, I have to do this in chrome, so this is a silver chrome. Have a closer look at it. So the whole car is going to be essentially a giant mirror, just like any piece of chrome off of your regular car. So that's going to be a new color. I'm filming this before I finish all the body work, so I'm going to finish off all the body work and push it in to the garage, and we're going to start wrapping this thing. I'm probably doing the doors and the fenders first. So really excited to see this color. It's going to be crazy, and it's only part one of this build. The base color is going to be this. There's going to be no accents, but I got some special plans for this thing. So until next time, guys, leave me a comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.